Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Europa Universalis 4, where we are playing Rule Britannia, and we are, of course, Scotland the Brave. And let me just readjust my sound, which is apparently peaking a bit. Okay, that should do. Right, so, we are definitely getting towards the end of this game, and I'm not entirely sure what else I want to achieve here. Probably try and seize some more of the colonies, especially down here in South America, and possibly expand a little bit more into Africa. I'd definitely like to take a bit more of India. Wait, didn't I take a chunk more of Vijayanagara? I thought I owned like this entire side, didn't I? Oh, maybe I've been losing it because of uprisings. Because we did just finish a very large war. I have a feeling that's what's happened. Well, that's slightly annoying. Am I really getting separatism? Oh, I know I'm getting... No, independence. They shouldn't have split off. Maybe I'm imagining things. No, I know what it is. This isn't the last save. Because remember, we were using the cloud last time because I was having my hard disk issues. Okay, I'm not going crazy. I was like, I'm sure I've conquered more than this. I'm sure I have. I also thought it was later than 1763. Alright, let me just load up the cloud saves. Cloud, here we go. That's still 63. Oh, they're reversed. 1783, there we go. Yes, I would like to load that save, please. Wow, that would have been interesting. Replaying what I did last time. And now my hard disk issues seem to be resolved, so that shouldn't be a thing anymore. Okay, here we go. Yeah, see? We took like a massive chunk out of French Peru. Most of India, well, most of what was Vijayanagara is now mine. And Lithuania has expanded into what was once the Ottomans. Okay, this is looking better. This is definitely looking better. Did I work out what the problem was in the end? Yeah, I think just one of my cables was loose. So I'd not upgraded. I had replaced a load of the fans in my tower, and apparently I must have just hit one of the power supply cables to one of the hard disks, and it was loose, really loose. So I just kind of plugged them back in again, and it worked. Alright, so we do want to continue expanding into Africa. We fought the war against the Mamelukes. That was the last big one, and we've started to build Suez. I think we've already got Panama, have we not? We have indeed. So Panama has been built. Suez is underway. I think I do want to try and take out the rest of Vijayanagara. I'd like to take a bit more of Indonesia. Ooh, that's Mamelukes. Interesting. And Nova Lothian is fighting against Terra Austral, who will hopefully take a bunch of land from them. And is there anything else that I really particularly want to achieve? Wait. Are you seeing this? Carib, as in Caribbeans, over in West Africa. Wow. They're still alive over here as well. I mean, nowhere near where they started at. I think they usually start like over here somewhere. Carib gets a colonist in his national ideas, I believe. Yes, they do. Carib seafarers. Ha! That's cool. That's very cool. Actually, these ideas aren't half bad. Land leader maneuver means you move faster for defense, trade efficiency, infantry combat, and morale of armies, and attrition for enemies, and manpower, and discipline. That really aren't half bad. Right, so what the devil are we doing until the end of this game? One of the things I have been seriously considering is porting this over to Victoria, because I think it would actually be relatively balanced. I mean, yes, we are enormous, but it's more our colonies are enormous. We don't have that much of a holding in Europe itself. Bohemia would be a definite great power. France would be a definite great power. Russia would. Lithuania would probably. Papal States would probably. Maybe even a couple of the others, like Croatia or Venice, might be able to. Mamluks certainly would. And there would be quite a few wars probably over Suez. Because the Mamluks own all the territory around us, there'd be a lot of flashpoints going on. The only thing which I'm a little bit unsure about is what would happen in the Americas. Anyway, right. Oh my god, I have so much money. And we could get some more. Is my mercantilism back up to 50? It is, so I'm not going to invest any more into mercantilism. So I think it's time for another free handout, so we're up to 51,000. Are there any more buildings I could be building? There's a couple of cathedrals. Stock exchanges, let's get those done first of all. And then universities. Huzzah! Evil Snowball, thank you very much for the subscription there. Appreciate that. Thank you very much for your support. Nice one. Yeah, show your appreciation, everyone in chat. Throw up those Viking emotes. There you go. Grand Shipyard. Grand Shipyard's force limit, which I don't particularly need. Manpower I do. Although, would I really want to do that in Batoa? Well, actually, that's a ridiculous amount of manpower here. Yeah, I think we do. You know what? Just do it everywhere. And... sailors we also need. Nope, no more of those. Manufactories? None available. Furnaces? None available. There were a couple of cathedrals. Are they still around? The return on most of those is really quite poor. So let's just build them where they've already been established, or at least where there was a temple. Then forts. Ginji, sure. Let's build up our fort production. Alright, good. Onwards. Trading in salt. Nova Scotia Isles have stopped. We got a trade fleet. Okay, so do we still have a truce against Vijayanga? Yes. For 2 more years, so we could start shifting troops over there. The other one I would like to go after is Malwa. That itself would be a rather big fight. I think we'll hold off for the time being. Major Path hit. No allies. Ooh, that's a mistake for you. Especially as I do have some troops over here. Right, let's find out where on earth my armies are. Then we'll start shifting some around. So we have a bunch in Africa. Why do we have a bunch in Africa? Did we just take this? Is this unrest problems? Nope. Why do I have 60,000 men in Africa? I mean, the 60,000 in Europe I understand. Or in Scotland. I think I'm going to go and grab these guys. And send them over to Indonesia, and we'll start conquering more of that. Yeah, the troops over here I understand, because we just took that off of Marahan and off of the Mamelukes. And then Rebel Uprising chance. Mogadishu is looking like they want to split. I'll do a harsh treatment. That's a cheap one. Do it. Because that's going to be building up my absolutism, which is good. On holiday. What do you mean? Am I on holiday? Nova Scotia is beating the living daylights out of Portuguese Colombia. Oh, the soldiers are on... Right, okay. That makes more sense. Yeah, they must have been on holiday. Absolutely. Right, let's continue converting. And we have a colonist available. Whom I think... Is there anything over here left to colonize? I somewhat doubt it. Doesn't look like it. So let's go ahead and grab more of Africa. Grab you. I kind of want to be a bit careful about how much I colonise in Africa, because if I am going to convert this over to Victoria, I'd like there to still be a scramble for Africa. Alright, so we're definitely having some up. Oh, this is going to be an easy one. Go beat them up, go beat them up. There we go. A new religion spreads. Our peasant rabble is performing strange rituals, including some kind of balls. We have to prevent another religious turmoil. So they've invented football. My advisors haven't even heard of football. So we get unrest everywhere for the rest of the game. Or my philosopher leaves. I think I'm going to just lose the philosopher because I'll bring in somebody else. It's not really a loss. It just cost me money. Oh no, not money, please. Anything but making me spend money. Much rather deal with money than uprisings. Uprisings cost manpower. Alright, that's all those done. Good. And we actually have a couple of fleets not doing anything. Ah, you were the guys that I was building. Are we still building those ships? Like, are there still more ships being done? Colonists, rebel factions. Yeah, there's a whole lot of ships being built still. So we'll wait until we've got the sets of 20 and then we'll probably go from there. Europa Bohemia has been elected HRE. Alright, you jump on ships, you jump on ships. And then ships head on over to Malaya. How are we doing on technology? We are still way ahead of time. Although the next military attack is quite a big one. And how are the colonial wars doing? Let's see if you guys can start any more before I actually go to war. None. I guess they're already in the wars that they need to be in. Yeah, definitely looks like you guys are going to take over Colombia, which is good. France is stopping their stuff. Quarantine. Do another conversion. We can also get another colony going. Did we get all of this done? We did. So I guess more colonization over here. Maybe something like that. Hey, motion sense. Assuage. Another conversion done. Alright, so having the religious ideas is definitely making this whole conversion thing rather more easy. How am I doing in terms of accepted cultures? We should probably accept Shona. Seeing as they are 7% of our population. 44% of our country is English, only 10% Scottish. I'm wondering if I need to do some false cultural appropriation here. How much would it cost? Ooh, quite a lot. Why is Welsh cheaper? Oh, because they're adjacent. $200 months. Am I really going to have time for this? Scarborough is not adjacent. Oh, all of this stuff is, though. You already doing it? Even changing the Welsh. Sorry, Wales. Irish. Yeah, we're going to change the Irish. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure that we've done all of the Diplo ideas. Yeah, we have. So that's basically just spare power, which is amazing. I don't usually have that. So 2 months, 200 months is how long? That's like 20 years. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, we have 90,000 men here. Let's spread you out a bit. We've also got some really good generals. Are there any uprisings that are in danger of splitting? Not really. I mean, I'm mostly doing the cultural conversion with an eye towards Victoria, where it can be a real pain if you don't have that cultural hegemony. Especially over your homelands. Welsh and Irish, just odd ways of saying Scottish. There you go. It's just a weird Scottish dialect. This gives tolerance to faith, which means more unrest reduction, which is good, and then church power, which is completely irrelevant. It's just more free money. Alright, so, you guys. Declare war. Oh, of course, we lost our Russian ally. We're going to do imperialism. Ooh, they're taking naval control. I should have a colonial fleet out here somewhere. In India. Right, so if you guys sail over to here, we'll be sure to seize control of the sea. Like so. And then we can cross, send the general. Truce of Vijayanagara has ended. Interesting, interesting. Send you... Ooh, that's a lot of ships. Do I have any support vessels out here? And by support vessels, I mean trade vessels. We have the Bengali fleet. We'll send the Bengals. Because I want to seize control of the coast here. In fact, if I can blockade this whole thing, that would be amazing. Are you seriously coming to attack me? Okay. Let's do this. This is jungle, so they will have the advantage. Oh. But then again... Didn't really matter. Who's the best siege general? Siege 1, Siege 0. So you're staying. You're heading home. You're heading home. Yeah, coming in with 5,000 men, not the best idea. Was that Russia just rivaling me? Yes, it was. It's happened with France and with Russia, both over... Was it Mexico again? It's totally Mexico, isn't it? The reason you hate me. Yep, you also have decided you want Mexico. So for some reason, both Russia and France just have a massive thing about Mexico. Despite the fact that neither of them have any control over any of the lands there. Well, France at least has some territory here. So I can kind of understand it, but Mexico is clearly mine. And then Russia? Like, seriously, what the hell does Russia want to do with Mexico? They have no interests over there. The nearest colony they have is Alaska. It's just silly. Right, seriously, where are the rest of your fleet? Oh, you're up there. Let's sail this way, because I have a feeling they're going to try and come across here. So if we send the Bengals that way... Oh, there they are. Do I have an admiral? I do. Let's put him on the fast fleet, actually. Do you have... You have a massive maneuver bonus. We'll put you on the heavies. Which means the heavies jump in like almost instantly. Which is nice. Which is very nice. Are we going to see a war against France and its subjects? Maybe. We had that 2 sessions ago? Like, we've already... Well, we didn't thrash them, actually. We white peace, didn't we? Like, at this point, I'm kind of loath... Oh, wow, another complete slaughter. I'm kind of loath to reduce the power of the other European powers too much, because I want them to be strong in Victoria. Otherwise, Victoria is just going to be a breeze and be extremely boring. So having a strong Russia, having a strong Bohemia, having a strong France, those are good things actually at this point. Actually, you go to Denmark, you go to Kendal. In fact, better yet, you go to there. You go to there. You come over here. The idea here is that you basically take everything behind, and then you two are just forming a front line against the majority of them, although we are kicking their ass. So I don't think that I need to be too cautious about how I do things here. Do I plan to convert the Victoria save to Hearts of Iron? No. That would be extremely dull because you would have no custom focuses. Which would mean probably no wars. Send you two in there, although that's going to be colossal overkill. Have you guys stand here. Group, group, group. Alright, they really want peace. I don't blame them. I think this is just going to be a full annex. Almost certainly. Sure, I'll have some more money, thank you very much. Of course, we have the complete dunce of a prince. Thankfully, Elizabeth lived to a ripe old age. Alright, 100% war score. I'll be taking all of your things. Ooh, I might not be able to. I'll be taking the majority of your... Oh, no, I can't. That's overextension. Which is worth more? 28 and 11. Denmark is clearly worth more. So we'll probably do that. Which gives me a whole bunch of overextension. Aggressive expansion even. Which I really don't care about. That's giving me a bunch of money and also a bunch of land. Do it. Ka-chink. Now I'm going to need to core, which will actually require a whole bunch of admin power. That's fine. Right, let's move these guys back home. Let's have the Bengal fleet going back to Bengal. Then I'm going to need to build another fleet for Malacca and Moluccas. Although, honestly, I'm already taking most of the money. Yeah, I don't really need to worry that much about the control there. And in fact, once I've taken more of this island, we'll be even stronger. Prussia is now... Wait, Prussia? Prussia's a thing? Did Verden just explode? Verden just exploded. Because all of this was Verden. Who did that? I'm kind of disappointed, actually. Lubeck, the Netherlands, Hamburg, Bremen, and Anhalt, Saxony, Prussia, and Denmark. It was just an independence war, I think. Oh, that's annoying. I kind of liked the idea of having like a minor Balkan power over here. Because they had enough territory and enough like wealthy territory to be an industrial power. Now Bohemia is just going to completely dominate Germany. So, this is a strong France. And a strong Lithuania, so they are kind of hemmed in. And also a strong Papal States. Like, if I allied in Victoria to the Papal States and allowed the Pope to expand down into the boot, then this would be a resurgent Italy, I reckon. Get an Explorer with 5 traditional, lose prestige. I'll lose the prestige because I really don't need an Explorer, thank you very much. I somewhat suspect that... Oh, actually, I was going to say the whole world's been explored, but actually, this bit hasn't. Should be by the end of the game. Nova Lothian did indeed expand. Okay, so they took over this area down here. How did these guys do? Nova Scotia Isles did expand. Darien Scotia expanded quite a lot. Crikey. You guys are having major rebel issues down in what was once the French Peru. Nova Highland still don't actually connect. I might need to try and manufacture a war against Mapuche. Ah, you escaped. No. I was hoping you wouldn't. That's all colonial Louisiana and that's all Canada. So actually Nova Scotia Lakes has the potential to be quite big. If I was a little bit more aggressive about hemming the French Mexico off. I might need to switch my colonial expansion efforts from Africa to the US. I was watching you guys. I was like, you coming into my lands? You better not be coming into my lands. Oh, you came into my lands. Sucks to be you. Leave it be. Good weather. Suez Canal will be done 91 days earlier. I feel like Suez has had a lot of like timing improvements. Suez is complete. Throughout history, attempts have been made to connect the Red Sea from the Mediterranean in some capacity, but none have succeeded to the level of Scotland's project. Where ships once needed to encircle a continent to travel between Europe and the Indian Ocean, the barrier of land that many captains have no doubt cursed for centuries has been chipped away by ingenious engineers. None thought it would be possible for decades, but we dared not only to think it, but to do it. Promising admiral appears. One of our Seahawks has turned out to be much better than we first expected. Nice. I have a lot of bonuses to admirals. Yeah, he's also pretty good. Not as good as Chenard de Dunbar, but not bad, not bad. In fact, the other thing I should probably do is get back to training. You could certainly be training. You could certainly be training. You couldn't. You could. Bunch of conversions finished. Truces with Mamluks is over.